Hello, everybody. So when I started this, it was going to be like a one, two, three, four, five, six, however many parts series of me playing through this game. Um, I started it because I saw a lot of stuff on Twitter about like new parts of this series getting added, and I decided, this is a really famous game. It's probably time to give it a try. Sans got into Smash, so obviously the game is huge. Let me give it a try, right? So I spoke to a friend about it, and they said it was very, very, very spoiler heavy. So don't talk to anybody about it. So I haven't, um, and I'm playing through it. So the first part of this series got mostly corrupted because I shut off my computer by accident, and the other part of it was ruined because I did not account for the correct sizing when it was full screened in OBS, and all you can see is like a teeny tiny bit of a corner of like the top right of the screen when you maximize it, which is how I recorded the whole thing without noticing. Because obviously, when it's full screen, I can't see OBS. I only have one monitor for now, so yeah, it's not watchable, sadly. Um, so I decided what I'm going to do is just like go back to the beginning from where I am and just walk through the whole thing and kind of explain what happened in the game. I tried to go back further than this, but when you think about it, it kind of makes sense that you can't go back through here because like the whole point is that she doesn't want you to leave. So yeah, I'm just gonna tell you what happened. I don't know if this is gonna be like a separate video or I'm gonna put it at the beginning of part two or whatever. Obviously, it's not going to really be part two. It's going to be part one. But yeah. So anyway, I'm just gonna walk all the way back to where I was. I saw that there were some differences, some people there where there weren't before. So I'm gonna talk to them on the way. Just add some substance to whatever you're looking at right now, and I'll explain to you how the adventure has been so far. So this game is called Undertale, and it came out, I'm pretty sure, at like the end of 2015. It was really popular. I never really cared about it. I was really enveloped in other games. I'm a competitive gamer. I don't really like single player stuff too much. So, it kind of just went past me. I never really tried it. Um, but it finally came back around to me. So I'm playing it now. And so I loaded up this game, and I met a flower who tried to kill me, and I got saved by a cow woman thing who told me that she was my mother now and she was gonna like take care of me in the ruins, which was back there. That was that door. It went back to the ruins, and yeah. So what happened was I went back to her house with her, and on the way she like explained to me how interactions with monsters go, and she told me not to fight them because they might kill me. So the first interaction that I had was with a dummy, and I didn't know what to do. I do now. I know how I should have navigated the situation now, but I didn't know what to do. She told me not to fight it. I didn't know what the fuck act meant, the act option. So I just clicked escape, and I escaped. And then she like berated me for it. She was like, "Dude, that's made of cotton, and why are you like? That's a fine option. You shouldn't fight stuff, but you didn't have to run away from it either. It can't hurt you." So anyway, we walked past that, and she had me solve a whole bunch of bullshit puzzles, and it was just really stupid. So when I finally encountered another monster, she saved me from it. I don't really remember what happened, but anyway, she scared the monster away from me. And then after that, I started to kind of figure out that you have to do things to these monsters to get them to to be able to escape the encounter successfully. Because if you just run from every monster, you don't get gold. But if you complete the encounter, then you do get gold. So if you figure out what each monster wants, you can complete the encounter and get money from it. So I don't know if I'm able to like still encounter stuff here, but I was before. So I guess I'll just try to do that for a second. Anyway, so yeah, I started to figure out what some of them want. You have to weaken some of them, and then you can run away with the complete. I think it's called sparing. You spare them. You some of them you have to weaken so that you can spare them. Some of them you have to like read the actual dialogue and figure out what they want based on the dialogue and your like available options. And some of them there's even like decision paths that you have to follow, which is really cool. Um, I'll get into that a little bit later. But yeah, like some of them, they want you to perform certain actions in a certain order in order to spare them and complete the interaction with benefit. So yeah, I've been doing that, and eventually we get to her house, and she tells me that it's my new home now, and I can't leave, and she tries to freaking keep me there, and I'm not cool with that. She's really fucking disgusting too. She's like in love with snails, and like it's gross. I do not like her. Yeah. Also, if you walk into a wall holding up and down, you do this. How freaking cool is that? That's freaking hilarious. But yeah. Anyway, so yeah, she's gross and she's nice and all, but I did not want to stay there, and I did not entertain any of the bullcrap, and I just asked her how to like get out of the ruins, and she went to blow up the entrance to the ruins. I find out later that this lady is like really fucking OP and super strong, because there's bosses later in the game that have weaker stats than her, so she's obviously OP as fuck. So it took me for like there was a monster, a frog that hinted to me that you're gonna have to spare some people even if they don't have yellow names, which is how you know you can spare them. And so I'm not a fucking idiot, so I knew that I should just keep sparing her, and she would let me pass, which doesn't make any sense because she was trying to protect me from the Monster King. So yeah, eventually she lets me go, and then she tells me never to come back, and I'm like, okay, well, whatever, I wasn't gonna come back anyway. So yeah, I get out of the ruins, and I think that's everything that happened. Yeah. And anyway, so I walk up this big path here, and Sans is freaking stuck. Oh, also, I forgot to mention it. There's a camera down there in the in like the big pile of snow in the woods. There's a camera, and I found out where the cameras are coming from too. I found out who's putting them there, but there's a lot of cameras. So at this like world, if you like check for them, there's cameras. So yeah. Anyway, Sans is freaking following me, and then he like puts a whoopee cushion in my hand, and he's like pranking me and shit. And then right here, I hide behind this lamp, and we meet his brother, who I fucking hate, called Papyrus, and he's trying to hunt me, and he fucking sucks at it, and he's really bad. So anyway, Sans and Papyrus, there's a like, I tried to interact with this, and every time I reel it in, there's yeah, it tells me not to call the phone number that's on the thing. I don't know why, but whatever, right? So I come here, and there's like monsters and shit, right? This is one of them right here. He wasn't here before, so I'm gonna talk to this guy right now, see what's up. I ran away from home. Why? Because my father was so cold to me. What? It's a joke. Laugh at it. Okay. Yeah. So like these guys are quirky, right? So this guy will tell jokes, and you have to laugh at his jokes, and then he will let you end the interaction. He'll let you spare him if that happens. Yeah, that's Papyrus talking, right there. That noise is how you know it's Papyrus. So yeah, anyway, I go through here. There's a dog guarding it, and there's blue. Look at this. Someone's been smoking dog treats, bro. That's freaking funny. So yeah. Anyway, and he attacks me with like blue dog bones or something, and I figure out that if you don't move, then blue attacks can't hit you. Up here, okay, I saw this on the way, and I was like, oh, dude, what happens? Right, so I wanted to come up here and talk to this on screen so that it wasn't like I didn't get my reaction missed. Alright, so thank you for taking care of me. Okay, so yeah, this is a snowman right here. He gave me a piece of himself, and I like accidentally like fucking ate it or something, or dropped it, whatever, and I had to come back and get another one, but he just gave me another one. So yeah, he asked me to take it like across the world, so I'm sure that if I hold on to the snowman piece that I have right here, I will be able to do something in the future with it. So I'm just holding on to that, making sure I don't drop it. Anyway, so yeah, here's like, this is where Papyrus starts berating me with stupid ass puzzles that don't even work. And he like shows me the answer to that one by walking through it. I don't even, oh, this guy, he wasn't here before either. Us teens rule the worlds with our smaller than adult fists. Yeah, so these guys are really stupid. Oh, yeah, this is a boss fight right here, I think. Yeah, these guys are really hard. They have like a fucking almost completely impossible to dodge attack. So yeah, anyway, Papyrus is coming down here and he gives me like puzzles and shit, right? It's really stupid. This is one of Sans' puzzles. It's just a fucking word search. I don't know why Sig and cigar are separate words, but yeah. So yeah, really dumb here. I'm not obviously gonna solve this shit, but there's a couple in there. I can see them at least. Dinner for Papyrus, human, spaghetti, yeah, whatever. So yeah, this is a save. Oh my god, shut up. This is a save point. This is what they look like. And every single save point, they make it such a huge deal that I'm determined by everything. Everything has to be you're determined to wipe your ass or fucking anything. It doesn't matter. Every single thing makes me determined somehow. Anyway, so let's talk to this guy. Hey, stop thinking about my hat. Oh yeah. You're not thinking about my hat. Can you please? Yeah. So these guys are obsessed with their hat. And what happens? How do you beat them? You probably just like compliment their hat. I'm pretty sure it's really simple shit for most of them, but right here there was a boss fight between me and like two dogs that are married, I guess, and yeah, you have to pet them both in like some kind of a sequential order, and then they will spare you, and their attacks are fucking impossible to dodge. So yeah, that was really hard. Here's another dumbass puzzle. And okay, another one of these guys. Let's talk to him. Us teens live self-sufficiently off the fat of the land and the box lunches my parents bring us every day. Okay. Solved this one already. It's another puzzle. You just gotta turn them red and then push the button. Oh, dude. I was so locked in for this, man. I was so ready to solve this puzzle right here. I actually, I'm not even joking. I had every single bit of it memorized. It was obviously supposed to be like a joke puzzle that you're probably not even supposed to be able to solve. But I was ready, man. I was gonna solve this fucking puzzle. I swear to God I was. And then they just like oh, that's funny. Look at that. That's funny. Anyway, and then they just like it randomly generates into a path that goes right across, man. I was so pissed because I was unironically ready to like to pass that. I imagine what happens in the actual game, or like what I imagined was gonna happen, right? Is if you failed it a certain amount of times, he would just let you through somehow. Like he would show you the way through, like he did with the other one. But it just generated into like a perfectly like impossible to fail one. It was so stupid, man. But yeah, I was so ready to solve this shit, man. I was so ready. I was so pissed. Yeah, just random shit here. Who's this? That dog from earlier. It's at Grillby's, I think. After work, all the dogs go there to play cards together. But that dog doesn't really know how to express itself, so it ends up, oh my god, playing alone instead of introducing itself to the others. Okay, that's very nice. Yeah, so, yeah, there's like dog people. Oh, fuck, I forgot about that. Ooh, hey. Everyone's wearing hats. Maybe should branch off into a distant... Ice jorts? Doesn't have the same ring to it. Yeah, do not... Bro. What is wrong with you? Yeah, that sculpture down there is what Papyrus, like, kind of sort of looks like, except for he's a skeleton. And, that's just a pile of stone that says Sans on it. So, obviously, that's not what Sans looks like. Oh, gross. Dude, these things are so fucking nasty. It's so disgusting. I heard of a local tradition based off of my own suffering. Yeah, so apparently this guy is where Christmas comes from down here. I came down here. This is a door. I can't figure out how to open it. I'm sure there'll be... What I imagine is there's some kind of a combination with these mushrooms here that you turn on and off and it'll just start, you know, working, but I don't know, whatever. I'm not solving that shit right now. I really don't care. Excuse me. Anyway, so yeah. That's what happened there. And then there's these snow puffs here. If you talk to them, the last one that you talk to, in any order, will give you some money. I know because I died, and I had to come back and do it again. We all live in the woods, so no one can tell us what to do, but now everyone ignores us. I don't want freedom if no one's going to pay attention to me. Okay, well, that actually makes some sense. What does this say? I don't think I read this before. Woof. Okay. Must be bigger on the inside? Okay, whatever. Yeah, so there was a snowplow right here that gave me a boss fight with a fucking enormous ass dog. So, yeah, basically what I'm talking about is that when I was saying earlier about the path of decisions that you have to make, this dog, so every dog up to then, you pet it to beat it, right? You pet it and it lets you in the interaction. But I tried to pet this dog and it was too far away, and there was a beckon command that you could do to it, and so I obviously you call the dog over to you, and then it pets you, or you pet it, right? And then instead of just ending the interaction when it got pet, it rolled over and jumped on my lap and killed me and shit. That's my headcanon, by the way, that it kills you when it jumps on you, and the rest of this is just a coma dream, because that dog was easily 2,000 pounds. But yeah, so it jumps on your lap, and then you got to do some of the shit with it, and then it lets you end the interaction. So yeah, really crazy how some of these things work. I didn't even notice a little group of trees back there in the background that's all by itself. Anyway, this bridge right here had some dummy trap that was on it that Papyrus didn't even end up using on me. Yeah, it was stupid. Anyway, this is Snowden, and I came here, and there's just a bunch of shit here. I mean, it's just a normal place. Bought some stuff here. They don't buy stuff. I really don't give a fuck about the lore of the town, so I didn't ask. But yeah, that was it with that. There's a hotel here that at the time I didn't have the money for. One night is 80G. Leave. How much G do I have? 110? Fuck, that's so much. Yeah, I'm gonna pass on that. But yeah, anyway, so you go through this town. There's a whole bunch of people here. What does this guy say? That lady over there says she's walking the dog for a while now. She hasn't moved, sending an inch. Well, I haven't either, but I don't want her to notice me. Okay, so he's they're referencing the fact that they're sprites just standing there not moving. It's so funny. Huh? Yes, I'm taking my buddy for a walk. Just a very slow one. Okay. Just to be honest, I just keep looking to see if I ever gotten one. Okay. Yeah. So, what if I ran for mayor? Hit responsibility. I'm gonna politics. Maybe for a match. Okay, whatever. So yeah, just random bullshit here. These are the dogs I was talking about. This is the boss fight dog. These two right here, they are very, very hard to beat. It was super annoying. Nobody here really says anything important. This guy, doesn't he say, I've got a joke, knock knock. Oh, that's all I've thought of. Okay, maybe it's this guy with the important thing. Maybe I'll try frowning for once. No, I just can't do. Okay, well, maybe he said something important last time, but I don't know. There's a dog here just chucking shit, or I'm sorry, a wolf chucking shit into the river. I don't know why he's doing that, but he is. I actually cannot imagine the ergonomic benefit of doing that, but yeah, he's doing it anyway. This guy, I actually just completely ignored this guy, so I guess I'll talk to him now. Or maybe he wasn't. No, I think he wasn't here last time actually. Man, I don't really remember, but yeah, I guess this guy wasn't here, so I don't know what he's saying right now. So let's go ahead and do this interaction right now. Tra-la-la, I am the riverman. Or am I the river woman? It doesn't really matter. Okay. I love to ride in my boat. Would you care to join me? I'll ride in the boat. Yeah, sure. Why not? Where we go to the waterfall hotland. Fuck, I should have said no. Oh well. Waterfall, I guess. Because that's earlier in the game. It's less walking for me. Tra-la-la, beware the man who speaks in hands. Okay, fucking whatever. Wow, that was actually pretty quick. That wasn't so bad at all. Yeah, Snowden. Okay. Anyway, so I guess this is just a fast travel option. Very nice. Love that. We need fast travel options in games. I probably should have guessed that. Temi Village? The room before you... Wait, what? Before you darken the lantern room? Yeah, so I know what he's talking about here. I actually was able to find that village. It's really fucking stupid and I hate it, but I found it. I don't actually hate it. They give you free money, so that's really cool. But anyway, let's move on here. Cool, fast travel. I guess that probably wasn't there before. That's why I don't remember it. So I actually kind of got enthralled in here. I was reading the lore of this place in this library here. So the lore here is that humans and monsters got into a. I get the fuck away from me. Do not talk to me. I fucking hate that guy. No, he is so annoying. I don't like him. Anyway, so the lore in this game is that humans and monsters got into a war forever ago, and humans are so just butt fuckingly stronger than monsters because they're made of like physical material that humans completely kick their ass, and they got forced underground. Oh, this is funny if he still says it. All that gives my life validation is explaining the echo flower. No one can know. Never trust a flower. That's one of the constants in this world. And you know what? That's actually also kind of a reference. And okay, so echo flowers just say what somebody else said. They just repeat the last thing they heard. It's really funny because the thing that tried to kill me at the beginning of the game was a flower, right? So yeah, that might be a reference. That's Sans right there. I'm fairly sure he can like freaking fast travel across the map as well because he is literally like teleporting around. But yeah, so anyway, yeah, humans completely butt fucked monsters really hard. It was really bad, and monsters got sent underground and sealed with a magic spell or something, and locked underground with a barrier. Okay, so it turns out I'm actually done because this is pretty much where I left off before, and the rest is shown. So I guess I'll probably edit out what I just said. Maybe I don't know. I don't really know. But anyway, just enjoy part 2, right? You know, we're done here. That's basically all I needed to say. I want to try to get this shit out. So, yeah, thank you for watching. Enjoy.